Boy, does that sure break up a sweat, huh? It's snowing outside, and it's the first snow of the Christmas season, so I'm feeling kind of pog right now, kind of good. A little wide people happy, as the kids are saying on TV Twitch. And speaking of Twitch, seamless transition into the video. I was watching Twitch the other day, and I got this Army ad, this U.S. Army ad, and I was a little caught off guard by this ad, because normally when you see a U.S. Army ad, like, I think you kind of know what to expect. You get this like balls to the wall, crazy endorphin rush, missiles are flying, sandstorm. We're talking episode 2, clones versus droids on Geonosis type commercial. I swear, they get these directed by the same guy that does the Ford commercials. I'm surprised they haven't partnered with Bang energy drinks on these things. But this ad was a little different. This ad felt way more manipulative than normal. It was sort of like the whole deal where there was this guy, and I remember like he had like a hologram in front of him, and he goes like to reach out to the hologram, and it shatters into like a million pieces, and it's like, is your life meaningless, and do you have a hollow existence? Are you a waste of breath? Come join the army where you'll actually be useful in life. It was basically what it was saying. And I finished watching, I was like, damn, what am I doing watching Pokemon? I need to just go like lay in my bed and just stay there for like 5 days now. So I tried to find the ad, but I couldn't find it. I mean, given I didn't search super hard, but like, typically one like ads, you can just like do a quick like YouTube search. If it's a new ad, it'll like come up pretty quick. I didn't find it, but I found a bunch of other US Army ads. So I thought we could go on a journey together through the decades of US Army ads and their tactics that they've used to manipulate the youths.
Alpha team, aggressor tank spotted.
In a battle drill, you need horsepower, firepower, people power.
Did you see that airtime? My man's got like a foot there. That's no rookie numbers for a tank.
People power. That's teamwork.
Moving tank, direct front, 2000.
This team uses a computer, thermal sight, laser rangefinder.
Ah!
Yeah.
We win, the whole tank wins. The whole team wins, not just one person.
I'm sorry, what was that? Did you want to deliver that line again? Couldn't have done that take one more time? I realize we're working with tanks. I mean, each take is like a whole ordeal, but like, come on. This is a national commercial. And I know I'm not one to critique people on butchering the English language. I've had many a linguistic mess in my day.
Find your future in the army.
To me, this commercial is kind of funny because this was kind of before they were going to be like really transparent about like just showing war stuff in video. I mean, this is basically like a toy commercial here. You can pretty much hear like kids talking. I was half expecting for the guy to come out of nowhere and be like, it's Nerf or nothing. Like, what is this laser tag crap? Also, what you just heard there was a glimpse of what is potentially the best jingle of all time. Believe me, you're going to hear a lot more of that jingle. Ooh, and boy, is it a good one. It's such a good jingle. If half their budget went to that jingle, money well spent, believe me.
There is just one place where you can go from high school to flight school. The Army.
All that you can be. Oh yeah.
Wait, hold on. What was that?
There is just one place where you can go from high school to flight school.
The Army is the only place where you can go from high school, right, directly from high school, and then go into flight school. Did they just think they could say that fast enough and then go into the jingle and then just like our memories would be erased? I'm pretty sure you could just go to flight school after high school. Like you don't need the Army for that. You could just be a pilot. You could fly planes, recreationally or professionally if you wanted to.
Today's Army has more pilots than the largest airline.
Not bad for a rookie.
Also, I feel like it's kind of an unfair comparison to say that, oh, we have more pilots than any singular airline. Well, it's like, yeah, sure. What about like all of the airlines in the United States? That seems more of a fair comparison, right? I don't know, just something to think about. All right, let's look at some more.
You're part of a team of intel analysts.
Okay.
During a conflict simulation, ground scouts report enemy tank movement in Bravo sector.
Okay, wait, hold on. What's
Lifts
a
off in
Bravo?
30 seconds when J-Star's radar reports a different enemy position.
Yeah.
Apaches are airborne. You have 1 minute to decide where they go. What do you do?
There are 212 ways to be a soldier.
Only 212. I mean, if this is supposed to convince us that it's very difficult, I mean, you might as well just play chess. The possibilities in that game is 35 to the 80th power. That's way more than 212. I mean, like, I've been thinking about it. Is this a lot? Is this a little? Because it's like, it feels like like not that much. It's like this weird gray area where if I started a job and my boss was like, okay, there's 212 ways you could do this job. I'm like, that's like kind of a lot of different ways, but like, it's also not a mind-boggling, it's not like a baffling amount. It's like, oh, you 212. That's like, I can wrap my brain around 212. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Pretty manageable, actually. Just such a weird figure. Where did they come up with that? Who came up with 212? Okay, those ones were pretty standard commercials. I mean, sure, they definitely like didn't feel like modern commercials, but you know, there was nothing too crazy about them. They're like war commercials. But these ones, you're gonna know the time period when you see it. And these next two commercials are beverage integrated commercials. Because I guess drink companies decided that they should start making commercials with the US Army. And I don't know why that started happening, but it did, and they're kind of funny, honestly. It's a good time.
Company! Dispatch!
Well, the training's rough, you know, the sergeant's tough. Now it's all behind, got blue ribbon on my mind. I've got Pabst blue ribbon on my mind. More and more lately I find I've got a taste for living. I'm thinking cold blue ribbon. I've got Pabst blue ribbon on my...
Blue ribbon almost makes you forget about the soul-crushing daily activity of drills and the moral burden of warfare and blood. Crack a cold one to forget. This one's mostly just a beer commercial. It's pretty standard, and like, you know, the U.S. Army guy, he has a tough life, and he needs something to just relax with. Blue ribbon, you know, pretty standard. But this next one is something else. I mean, let me just show you.
Call me nuts, call me lazy. This kind of workout is just plain crazy. Don't
What?
fill me up with expectation.
I bet you didn't think you'd see Bruce Springsteen himself in our U.S. Army ad. It's crazy. I don't know how they got the budget for that.
I got what I want, no imitation. Fall in. Just give me what the doctor ordered. Pepper. Just what the doctor ordered. Just give me a Dr. Pepper. We want it. Whoa. Just what the doctor ordered. The taste of strange water. We love it. Woo.
This ad is sort of like if you were a middle schooler going into high school, but your only experience with high school was the High School Musical franchise. So you were like legitimately expecting that you'd be captain of your football team and your theater team, and you'd be dating Vanessa Hudgenson and going on wacky zany adventures with all of your friends, and nothing else. That's what this is. What do you even say? This is like the most 90s sitcom-y thing I've ever seen. I mean, I don't think anyone has had the amount of fun that they had in this video anywhere, let alone the US Army. I mean, look at this guy. So what are the takeaways? Blue ribbon's good. Dr. Pepper is great. The US Army is a fun time, and they just dance and sing songs. And hey, if they work hard enough, they might even make regionals. Okay, now let's look at some modern ads. The 80s and 90s have passed, and the US Army has stopped appealing to people who want to live in sitcom land. Yeah, so this is the new Apex Legend update, right? Yeah, this is the new COD, right? I have two commercials. This one and then another one, and you'll notice they're targeting gamers a lot more. They've pretty much made video game trailers. Yo, somebody cool that guy's head off. They're literally laying out the classes, and they're like, choose your fighter. It's like, where are we dropping, boys? Am I right? What's your warrior? Is the tagline. Are you going to be the heavy, the spy, or the medic? I noticed they didn't include laggy shitter as one of the classes because, you know, that's what I would be interested in. I'm not seeing it here, but we all know that that's a class in its own right. Like, I fully expect this ad to end and it'd be like, get the battle pass now. Pre-order. We'll give you a foam football and a bag of Doritos. But this last ad I'm going to show you is by far the most blatant, like, incepting to gamers possible. This commercial is literally the Believe campaign from Halo 3. But like, it doesn't seem like they're doing it on purpose. I don't think it's a nod. I think they're literally just, who knows? It could be conspiracy. I don't know if they're purposely modeling it after that to really tug at the heartstrings of like nostalgic gamers. Who knows? But let me just show you the commercial.
Battles aren't won solely on the field. That's a common misconception. Battles are won within. Over enemies of fear, enemies of doubt.
So this is actually a really good looking commercial. This is by far the best commercial, but there's a reason why it's the best one. Let me show you the Halo Believe campaign trailer.
Rated M for mature.
Bruh, I don't know what it is, but every time I see this ad and I see Master Chief there at the end with the grenade in his hand, dude, I get teared up a little bit. It's just, this is like the best ad ever made, honestly. Yeah, so it's like the same concept. You have like the camera panning around like figurines that are in the middle of a big battle, and there's like soft piano music and a narrator, and it's just supposed to be this surreal feeling. And of course, look at how these things mirror each other. You got the Master Chief versus the iconic raising of the flag figure. It's literally like the same commercial. Joke's on you, US Army. If Ninja taught me anything, it's that I don't have to join the US Army to do what I love doing. I could just be a pro gamer. Yeah, so anyway. So that's it. That's a few US Army commercials. I feel like they're all pretty manipulative. I mean, they gotta convince people to leave the comfort of their lives and then go be a part of warfare, which isn't a pleasant thing. Like, who wants to do that? So they gotta bust out the tactics, I get it. But anyway, that's today's video. If you've been a lurker here for a while, hit the subscribe button, give me a comment, tell me what's poppin', all right? Cool, see ya.